All right, good morning, everybody. So, traders, how was the night? Wherever you're joining us from Nigeria, it's looking very good. So, we are going to kick it off right away and let's get started. All right, so yesterday we have NASDAQ already selling after it reached the supply point from the top yesterday. So, technically, we already filled up a certain imbalance over here. Yeah. By the way, yesterday I had two setups and I took both setups and I won both setups. So at the New York session, we're selling and we made a one to almost 1 to 2. So 1 to 1 point, let's call it 1 to 1.5 thereabout. So that was good. And also, when price returned back to my entry point, I took a second entry. Right, though I took it in a very different account, not the challenge account, the phase 2 account, and that one to also smash take profit. And right now, the full take profit has already been hit. Nasdaq already reached the already corrected the move to the downside like this. Now though, what can I see? So what I'm thinking now is, and that's going to be the analysis for today. We're going to go into the analysis proper right now. We I'm thinking that Nasdaq is going to keep selling more to fill the remaining imbalance. You notice that there's an imbalance here, right? This big candle that we have right here. So I'm thinking that this area is a demand zone. So there's a chance that Nasdaq can keep selling today until they get into that particular level. So because of that now, we're going to potentially be, we're going to potentially look for more selling opportunity. And also the market structure now on 15 minutes is more bearish, at least selling structure. So that means that we would have to go and look for area of interest where we're going to be selling from, right? So with that said, let's first go on the 1 hour and see if there's anything that we can actually see. Then I'll turn back off the session break. And let me maximize my screen, make it bigger. All right. So before we even go to the liquidity levels, like previous day high and previous day lows and Asian high and lows, let's take a look. So on the 1 hour, I think the supply zone should still remain the way it is. We already have a supply zone at the top here. It's going to remain the way it is. And we still have a demand zone at the bottom here. It's going to remain the way it is. The only thing now is that if Nasdaq should potentially pull back up, then we'll sell it again. Because I do think that Nasdaq has to reach this demand zone at the bottom here, right? So in terms of areas of supply and demand, we already have it on the 4 hour. So we're just going to leave it the way it is, okay? Now let's go to 30 minutes and just see. Though I use 15 minutes more, but sometimes I just look at 30 minutes to see, okay, which structure level can I see? And in terms of this swing range, this one and this one here, this 15-minute swing range, price is already in the what we can call the demand of this 15 minutes. So there's a big chance that from where Nasdaq is right now, it can start buying from here, because I can see something on 15 minutes right now. Let me draw it out for you. It looks like there's a level right here, right? And potentially Nasdaq is respecting it. And there's also a candlestick formation that I do like to see that is actually already formed over there. So maybe Nasdaq will sell a little bit from here and back to these supply points over here, and then maybe start selling after that. Anyway, let's go on 15 minutes, then identify our session areas. So let's turn on the liquidity areas that we actually have in the market. So the liquidity areas that we have in the market, I'm going to turn back on my session break. Session break. So this is exactly how I do analysis. Like this is exactly what I do every single time. So now though, I want to identify the previous day high, which is yesterday high, and previous day low, which is yesterday low. So you notice something. The yesterday high is similar to the high of Tuesday as well, right? So it's just in the same place. It is in the same line. So I will just drag this one and put it here now, right? So now this is the highest points that price was trading at yesterday, and let's see the lowest point. So the lowest point is actually very different. The lowest point that price was trading was actually here. So what we noticed this morning is that Nasdaq already took the low of the previous day low. It already take it out. So that means that today right now previously low liquidity has been taken. Price is in an area of interest, like a demand level, where price was going crazy a day before. And guess what? Price has also tapped out of the Asian range. So there's a big chance that from here right now, that NASDAQ is going to buy, right? NASDAQ might buy from this level and buy all the way, you know, that's about 100 points, buy all the way to the previous day high. That's also a possibility, yeah? So, and although right now you will not be entering the trade, I wouldn't be entering the trade in this session. I would wait until like 12 o'clock, so that the London session would have made some move, whatever it wants to do. Even if I miss out on a good move, it doesn't matter. I'm going to wait. But it does look like a good trade setup for two reasons. Liquidity has been taken to the downside. Price tap into the demand zone. It is rejecting it. And let me see. On 30 minutes, it has actually formed a specific, and even on 1 minute as well, it formed like, all the good signs that I would love to see for me to take a buy. And voila, you could just take a buy from, let's say, somewhere here, and then boom, you're gonna definitely make money. So it's looking like from this level, NASDAQ is going to do good. So the only thing now is that you just have to, like, wait until the New York session and before we start taking trades, because let's say the volume is not enough in this London session, it's not going to move so fast or so much, but then the trade looks very good to take. So anyway, let's be patient, and we're going to see what happens at New York session. Okay, and that's it. Actually, basically that's it. I'm expecting a buy from this level right now. I'm expecting buy, but also at the top I'm expecting sales. But if the market is truly bullish, then the buy is gonna go even further this time around. The buy might, exceed the previous day high level and tap further into the, the other levels that we have there. All right, with that said, guys, let's go and have an amazing rest of the day. The analysis in this morning, I mostly come in London session just to analyze like what's are the expectation for today. We set up the expectation and we figure it out. Okay, this is exactly what we're gonna do. But tomorrow we are gonna be trading. So I said tomorrow, at New York session today, we're gonna be trading the live trading itself. By the way, the prop firm account is doing very good. I just needed about $130 to pass the phase 2, and that is really beautiful. So phase 2 will be done today by the grace of God, and we can definitely go on to getting the live account. And like I said, the first payout on the live account is going to be giveaway, and there's also going to be scaling up. We'll scale up immediately to the 50K account with it, and yeah, and basically that's it. And that's the analysis. Honestly, that's exactly what I'm expecting for NASDAQ to do today. So, and just to recap, NASDAQ is tapped into the 15-minute demand level here, and it's already showing us the sign of rejection that it's going to respect that zone. So we just need to wait for volume, and then boom, it's going to go all the way up. So, but we're not going to trade it right now. We're going to wait until New York session. Anything from 12 o'clock, we'll start to look for entry. And hopefully if the price is still around here, then we might look for entry. But if the price has gone already, then we do the analysis at New York session so that we can get the best trade. All right, guys and girls, if you have any question, always leave it in the comments or join my Telegram channel, and then I share all the regular updates there, especially all the trades that I took yesterday. I share it on the Telegram channel. So happy and safe trading, guys. We'll see each other again at New York session, and let's trade and make money again today. Bye for now.